So we'll start with the lead hand. Now the key with the lead hand is the angle in which the club is running through the hand. So what I mean by that is we could make quite a good grip here. A couple of knuckles showing. Got the little V here pointing between my chin and my trail shoulder up here, and I'm looking down thinking, yeah, I think that's correct. That's what I've read. That's, you know, I've been trying to do all this and I've been working on it, and it's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. But if I turn the club round, you'll see I can get my finger in the back here quite easily. And this is incorrect because this isn't connected to the actual golf club itself at all well. This is really a poor way of holding the club. And if I just move my hand a little bit further down and then re-grip it, same position, look. And now if I go back to there and then turn, you'll see that the club is actually trying to go upwards in the same line as my lead arm. And from this position, it's really hard to make any kind of decent backswing. This would be the main reason people are not hitting the ball well. Even my hand's hurting now trying to hold the club. So we don't want this position. We want this position when we hold the club with our lead hand. So the club runs through the hand, not upwards through the hand and upwards through the wrist and upwards through the arm. It's very, very, very difficult to hit the ball with any solid contact and any consistency when the club is running upwards. You can see here it doesn't look too bad, but it's awful here at the back. Awful. You're just not going to hit consistent shots with that. So it has to be more in this direction. It's not 90 degrees, this would be incorrect, but it's closer to this than it is this. And if I put the correct grip on now, and you'll see here I've still got the two knuckles. My left thumb here is pointing just a little bit, as I look down, just a little bit to the left. Okay, got the two knuckles. The wrist here is on top of the club, and if I turn it, you'll see now I can't get in there at all. There's no way I can get in there. That's wrapped onto the club really, really nicely. And what this does, it also keeps the left arm straight, naturally straight, and naturally straight into the backswing. If I've got this type of, I'm exaggerating this of course, but if I've got this type of position, it's really, really hard, if not impossible for me to, I just can't keep my left arm straight. So sometimes people will say, well, I struggle keeping my left arm straight in the backswing. One of the main reasons, if not the main reason, will be how they've got their lead hand actually holding the club, or how the club is being wedged into the hand. And as I said in the previous video, here between the end of your lead thumb here, my left thumb here, and the back of the wrist needs to be on top of the club. You know, leave me comments to this. I'll answer the comments if you feel like I'm not explaining this correctly or clearly to you. But this is the key here. This is wrapped on. You can see I sometimes go off the end of the club here a little bit too much. It's just a habit I've had since I played since I was 10. But there, I can go right to the end of the club. If I put the wrist and the top part of the hand higher up, you can see I can't get into position here. I'm having to hold sort of so far down the club. This is going to lose you distance because you're now shortening the club. I want to get the maximum I can out of the length of the club for the maximum distance, certainly with the driver anyway. So my left thumb here, a slight angle, not much, just a little bit. You can see there's two knuckles. And that's how you hold the club with your lead hand. It's much more solid. It feels like it's going to be solid when I hit the ball. This one here, where the wrist on my lead hand's high and the fingers are low, just feels like it's going to come out of the hand. So, my right hand, trail hand. So I've got my lead hand on correctly. I interlock, which is that one. So I interlock it. That's what we'd call 10-finger grip or baseball grip. And you've got interlock and you've got your Varden grip. I've never got on with the Varden grip for some reason. It just feels a little bit odd to me. But I was shown the interlocking grip when I was 10 and I've stuck with it ever since. But whether it's the Varden or the interlock, doesn't matter. You're still going to be holding the club pretty much exactly the same within the holds within the hands. So the right hand is a little bit opposite to your lead hand, in as much as we do want the fingers to be going down, and this part of your hand, this upper part of your hand and your thumb and this pad here does the opposite. The left hand, we're trying to almost do a bit of this, just a little bit of that, certainly not that. But the right hand, we don't do that. We're not trying to go this way like that. We're trying to do that. We're almost trying to get ready to do a little karate chop. So we're pulling that hand upwards. So I'll do it with the baseball grip just to show you it a little bit clearer. So fingers again, a little bit like how you'd hold a tennis racket. So it's in the fingers, but the key here is there's a pad here on my right hand here where that my left thumb sits underneath when we grip the club. That's just formed naturally here, and that fits underneath. So it would be like that. You see that pad there in my right hand is nicely covering my left thumb. It's not this way, and it's not this way. Trigger of a gun. There. I'll put my normal grip on, my interlocking grip, and you can see that that looks like I'm holding that club in a correct manner. So hopefully this has given you a good insight as to how you should grip the club, and as I said earlier, the most important, how you actually hold the club within the hands. And leave me a comment, like, subscribe, share, all of that stuff. And until next time, thanks very much for watching.